George Rose, massive announcement today. Tszyu, Brian Mendoza, mate, thoughts on this one?
Exciting. Glad that we could get this one over the line. I mean, it's out of all the fights that were available, or that were an option, I think this is the best one, and this is the one that we got. So really excited to get Brian Mendoza out here.
And Brian Mendoza, extremely confident at the press conference just now.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing him speak, I feel like there is a lot of Tszyu about him. The confidence that he has, the streak that he's on at the moment, the big wins that he's had against the odds, very similar to Tim. I think a lot of people in the States had written off Tim earlier, and he's had to fight and claw his way up, very much like Mendoza. So Mendoza, he's got a real confidence about him, and it's going to make for, you know, a very difficult fight for Tim, and it is the hardest fight in the division outside of Charlo.
Why does this fight, I guess, make so much sense in your mind?
Well, Tim's goals are up here. And to get there, you've got to fight the best available. And so, you know, if he wants to have them really big fights that are being talked about, that are out there, this is one that's going to be a statement fight for him. A win here against Brian Mendoza puts him even further up the list in that pecking order. You know, we've seen him being talked about already on the back of Spence and Crawford. Everybody's talking about that. Even with, you know, Canelo and everybody else in around the mix, Tim's name's been tossed in around there. So that's really cool that he's been talked about there. But to do it, he's got to keep beating big guys like this.
Was it Tim's idea for this fight, or was it more of a promotional idea? How did the sort of fight come about?
Both. I think with Tim, there's no bad ideas. Simple as that. With Tim, he'll fight anyone, and you know, speaking to his team, they'll agree on what makes sense, and you know, it's a really good working relationship that we have there. So there's, you know, makes sense for us as a promoter having the best guy out there in the division to come here and fight Tim, and it makes sense for them because they want to make a statement in a tough fight.
And Semi Goodman on the card as well. And when can we see a venue announcement?
Look, we're hoping to have Semi Goodman's opponent locked away soon. You know, Semi, I'm loving that Semi wants to stay active. Love that attitude. And, you know, we'll get him in, get him going, and then hopefully lock in a venue in the next week or so. Yeah.
Beauty. Thanks so much, George.
Cheers.